Can't see any? No mic. Okay. So the delay was because we were waiting for some teams to come back from speed dating, which is still going on. We'll discuss that in a bit. But first of all, very warm welcome to the first edition of Smash Up, our TiE Mumbai initiative. We're really happy to have all of you here with us. At last count, we had over 360 registrations, which makes this a full house.
I think some of them are still speed dating with the investors. So while they move in, and we start off with the initiations. So Smash Up is for the startup, by the startup, a place where you see startups on the stage and startups down there, and it's a place where you mash up with all these different startups. To open the session, I would request Mr. Pradeep Udhas, the president of TiE Mumbai, to come in and share a couple of words with us, please. Pradeep.
Good morning, everyone. Are you getting some value from this? Good, good. So when this idea was conceived by Kanchan and some of the board members, the idea was we thought in a way it would be so obvious. TiE is about entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship begins somewhere. The journey begins somewhere, the startup phase, and are we having anything focused event for startup? And we have events, some of you might have attended the summit we do and the regular programs we do every month. But those who have started a company have a different challenges, they have different kind of excitement, and although purpose of TiE is also to give a lot of mentorship and guidance from people who have done it successfully to new entrepreneurs. There's a lot that one can learn from each other, it has been said that every startup gets at least something right. You may not have everything right, and when you get more than 2-3 things right, probably you'll progress and become a much bigger company. So if we have an event where we learn from each other, from peers, from each other, really it will speed up our learning curve, and hopefully we all can be successful. In that spirit, this mashup event is about learning from each other. It is also about spirit of entrepreneurship. It's celebrating that spirit together. Other way to look at it is, misery loves company. If I know your pain, then my pain doesn't seem as bad. So it's where we kind of maybe cry on each other's shoulder, but basically also learn from that experience. So that is the idea of this event. This is the first time we are doing it, and we are very excited. We are expecting that we should get throughout this period about 300 plus new entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, and you should all be benefiting from each other, and also the enablers that we have, the VCs, etc. that will be part of this event. We have few objectives that you should be able to speak in this, because it's not only from the gurus, the gyan, being thrown at you, but you should be able to speak about your achievements or your ideas, what you are doing from each other, or talking to VCs. So it helps in your branding, or it helps you find a talent from maybe few of you can combine and merge and become a much stronger team. You should be, so that's about 4 S's, right? It's speak. You should be able to seek. You should be able to seek guidance from whether some more experienced people, or you should be able to seek knowledge from some of the workshop we have. You should be able to also get a spark. Sometimes the idea, because we have these sessions, Smasher Awards in the evening, where you come and and eight of those smashers will will be given some time, 5 minutes. They'll speak of their idea. Then there will be question answers another 5 minutes, and in the panel discussion, some ideas will spark. So it's about spark. It is also about sharing your knowledge, your experiences. So there are 4 S's, and we hope that that objective gets achieved here. We have some really interesting co-hosts that you will see, through this event. People like Vishal Gondal. We also have Mr. Murthy, etc. So I think you will learn a lot from that. I don't know. That's do I welcome everybody, and again, thank you for being here. Bye.
Thank you, Pradeep. So Pradeep mentioned the 4 S's at Smash Up. There's a 5th S which I mentioned, is speed dating with the investors. And apologies, we are running a bit late, but I think the reason is, there's a lot more that has happened on the first date, which is going on upstairs, more than what could have happened. So we've got an interesting news from the speed dating session that's happening in the Startup Dome. Many of the investors have found some extremely good startups up there, and some of them have got some intent to invest. So that's a good news for startups over here, and I think you should meet and match up with all these startups and try to engage better. So moving forward, you see?
We have a prize going out for the tallest speaker in this audience, and at 6 feet 4.5 thereabouts. Please give a big round of applause to Anand Lunia.
So glad to have you all here. In fact, I'm in a rush because I have to go back to the speed dating and catch up with others. A few deals being cracked there. So, Lavin scared me. I wanted to give a few messages for the whole day. You have Mahesh and Vishal, and then Alok and Sameer coming and talking to you. There will be a few other sessions. From TiE, this is one of the unique events where largely, with the exception of T Labs and a few other entrepreneurs, it's the first time we don't have any VCs sponsoring this event. No banks, no suits. You won't have any PPTs. If you have any PPTs, you can insist that they be brought down. And this event was conceptualized probably a month ago, less than a month ago, and probably the best audience of entrepreneurs that we have seen for a very, very long time in Bombay. Some messages for all of you. First of all, most of the startups don't focus enough on design, right? We all love the word jugaad, but don't do jugaad with design, right? Use a jugaad to find a cheap designer, get a designer to work for you for free, but don't do jugaad with a design. The other focus, which is a big theme for today also, is about build teams. And people ask me, how do you build teams, right? I mean, do you do stock options? Do you do big salaries? All of that. The main thing is somebody will love to work with you if you give challenges, just challenges. That is what I mean. If I look back, in my first startup, Brain Visa, there were 12 startups which came out. Great entrepreneurs who stayed with me for 3-4 years. And the big reason that they stayed with us was that they had challenges. I don't think most of them made any big money in stock options. A lot of limitations there. But people actually learned a lot. Launch early on. Unfortunately, I meet people even at the gap of 3 months, 6 months, and they're still in the plan stage, right? Oh, we're still working on the product. I mean, damn it, launch, right? I mean, don't waste your time on looking for money, right? And don't waste your time on perfecting your product. It's never perfect, right? Launch and then iterate. It's fine, perfectly fine. I mean, you can always have a closed group beta or a open group beta or whatever, right? But launch and iterate instead of trying to perfect it, looking at it yourself again and again. Finally, play to your strengths, right? Whatever business you are in, you need to listen to advisors and mentors, but not to your investors, right? The plan should be yours. don't follow a plan which is being talked about on various tech blogs or plans that investors like. Plan should be yours, not the VC's plan. So very important, VCs love to give advice, and chances are that they will fund you if you listen to them, but then the business will not go anywhere. Right? You have to play to your strengths. That's about it. I'll go back to my speed dating, unless they have called everybody downstairs. So I'll see you in the breaks. Thanks a lot, and then we have the next set of speakers. Thank you.